Speak up and talk fast. After that surprise attack, I'm not feeling very trusting or hospitable towards strangers. Our healing supplies. Eloise could certainly use those. All right, I'll order them to unlock the tower door. But understand this. You betray us in any way, I'll kill you myself and toss your lifeless body from the top of the tower. Unlock the tower door.
What do you want? Can't you see all these wounded? All this blood? I feel like I'll never be clean again, and I still have so much to do here. Divines be praised! Thank you so much. With these supplies, I can properly tend to the wounded. If you're willing to help, I won't say no. I'm worried about the Hinault family. We haven't seen them since the battle started. I want to check on them, make sure they're all right. But I don't want to navigate a horde of Montclairs on my own. That's what I was hoping you'd say. Lieutenant Fairfax doesn't want anyone to leave the tower. But I'm sure he'll agree to let me go if you accompany me. Give me a moment to finish tending to these soldiers, and I'll meet you outside. I just need a moment. I'll meet you outside. Just because I'm a healer doesn't mean I don't know my way around a battlefield. I kept my head low, followed orders, and took care of the wounded. Thankfully, I had a few supplies, but what you brought me is a godsend. Where are you going? I'm here. Talk to me when you're ready to check on the Hinault family. I'm ready when you are. Follow me and stay close. Fine. I'm heading back to the tower. Oh, there you are. Are you ready to try again? Give me a moment to finish what I'm doing here. I'm here. Talk to me when you're ready to check. I'm ready when you are. Follow me and stay close. Where are you going? This is the Hinault farmhouse. Why don't you go up and see if anyone is home?
Go away! We don't want any trouble! Are we all right? Soldiers have invaded our farm, and you're asking if we're all right? What is this? Some kind of trick so you can take our house too? And I should just believe you and open this door? I don't think so. If you really want to help, bring me weapons to arm my family with. Once we can properly defend ourselves, I'll happily open this door. Not just any weapons, you hear me? I need a two-handed sword, and one-handed swords for my wife and oldest son. My younger son needs a bow, and my daughter, she insists on having a pair of daggers. Bring the weapons back here when you have them.
Denovi makes a good point, but I think I can help. Come talk to me when you have a moment. One thing you can always count on after a battle. Lots of extra weapons. I saw some of the soldiers tossing weapons into the barn. You should be able to find everything Denovi asked for in there. You can handle this on your own. There's fresh blood inside the farmhouse. Can't you smell it? I need to collect my healing supplies from the tower so I can help Denovi and his family. Right, good. Whatever. The sooner we get this done, the sooner I can get something to eat. Suddenly I'm starving. I'm not sure I can stand much more of this. Bodies, the blood. I wanted to save this family, but look what happened. It feels like everything has suddenly gone wrong. I don't know. I came back and found that the door was open. Genovi must have sacrificed himself so the rest of the family could escape. But blessed Arche, why did they open the door? The weapons? Of course. It's just the enormity of it all. It's frazzled my nerves. But the rest of the Hinault family, you have to find them. Before you go, I have to tell you something. The dead, they sometimes return as blood fiends. I'm not sure, but the lieutenant thinks the Montclairs are responsible. If any of the Hinaults were killed, you have to burn their bodies. Take this torch and start with Genovi. Then collect his ashes so his family can give him a proper burial.
Please, don't hurt me. I don't want to die. Wait. You're not the creature that attacked my father. You're not even one of the Montclairs. Too little, too late, stranger. If you had come to us before that monster knocked on our door, maybe things would be different. Instead, my father is dead and my family is scattered. She knocked on the door. She sounded concerned, said she was there to help. When my father opened the door, he was attacked. He yelled for us to run. I heard my father's screams. They followed me as I ran. The sword, just like my father requested. Oh, I wish he had just let you in. You could have saved him. I'll run to the Schornhelm Guard. Please, find the rest of my family. We got separated in the confusion. She knocked on our door. She sounded concerned and said she was there to help. When my father opened the door, he was attacked. He yelled for us to run. I heard my father's screams.
No. No, please. Leave me alone. I haven't done anything. You were the one who came to the door? Who my father sent off to get weapons for us? He should have trusted you. I wasn't close enough to hear, but someone knocked on the door and convinced my father to open it. That's when the screaming started. And the blood. I panicked. Probably would have died myself if not for Joan. I feel better with these in my hands. I just wish you would have made it back sooner. Then maybe my father would still be alive.
There you are. Have you seen Heloise? Some of the Hinaults have arrived. But I haven't seen Heloise since she ran off with her healing kit. Well, she hasn't come back yet, and I'm starting to worry. I think she's ill and trying hard not to show it. Hopefully she'll be back soon. For now, go inside and check on the Hinaults. I promised to send you to them when you arrived.
It's good to see you again, my friend. The Shorenhelm Guard has been helpful, but my mother and little brother have yet to arrive. By any chance, did you happen to find them while you were out there? I was afraid that was going to be the case. I'll try to be strong. For my sister. I just wish I could bury them in the family graveyard. I won't sleep easy until that's done. Thank you. We'll bury these as soon as my sister calms down. Wait a moment. Someone's coming in. No. No, it can't be. Not you!
Divines, protect us! It's the monster!
Stay back, foul creature!
Monster? What did I...
She's a blood fiend! She entered our farmhouse and killed our father!
No. That can't be true.
lend a hand. No one lend a hand. No one lend a hand. No one lend a hand. Help! Help! No one lend a hand. Help me! Help me! Somebody please help me! Help! Help! Somebody please help me!
Stendarr, what's wrong with me? Please, stay back. I'm so hungry and I don't want to hurt you. I think Hinault's son is right. I think I did attack his father. I'm not sure. My memory comes back to me in flashes. I smell blood, so fresh and strong. I've just been so hungry. I think I consumed Genovi's blood. Why am I so hungry? Begin? I don't know. Days ago? Weeks? No. I was scratched. During the battle with the Montclairs, I remember a snarl. Something touched my arm. I forgot about it until I noticed the deep scratch while I was tending to the wounded soldiers. Since then, I've been dreaming while I'm awake. Dream about teeth and blood. So much blood. I can smell it all around me. I'm hungry. So hungry. I'll go away. Far away. I'll find a place to hide. Someplace where I can't hurt anyone. I don't trust myself. Stendarr, help me. I'm so hungry. I can do this. I can control it. It's only when I get hungry that I lose control. I'll live in the wilderness, far from people. I'll survive on animals. Never people. Never. I'm sure I can control it. Lieutenant Fairfax. Sometimes I thought he had a fondness for me. I hope he didn't. I really hope he hated me. I can't think about what might have been. Tell him not to look for me. I want him to hate me with all his heart.
Where's Heloise? Is she all right? Does she need help? I knew something was wrong. I tried to get her to talk to me. Maybe I could have done something, and then she'd still be here. But she's alive, right? I mean, that's something. When this business with Montclair is over, I'll find her. I'll bring her back.
My sister and I are going to bury our family. We'd be honored if you accompanied us.
Marek would come here to play all the time. It made Mother so nervous. She hated these ruins.
I remember Father's ghost stories. He tried to scare us into staying away. But the stories just made Marek more interested.
Things are going to be so different now that they're gone. Thank you for coming with us. I feel safer with you nearby.
What happened to our family is terrible. But as the bards say, life goes on. My sister and I came up here to, well, to give them a proper burial. Thank you. I have one last favor to ask of you, though. Would you bury our family's ashes? Mela and I think it would be appropriate, considering all you've done for us. father was strong, steady. He held our family together.
Mother was our rock. I loved her so much. I miss you, Marek. You were a spoiled brat, but I loved you.
Blessed Arche, please sanctify our family and the ground they rest in. Let them find peace. Keep them safe. Well, my family is at peace now. Thank you so much for your help. You'll always be a friend of the Hinault family. I'm not sure. There are so many memories here, but we can't keep the farm in good order with just the two of us. Mela and I might travel for a while. Visit Shornhelm, or Wayrest. We'll make a new life for ourselves, thanks to you.
None of this feels real, but your help has made it easier for my brother and I. Joan's trying so hard to be strong for me. I guess I need to do the same for him.
There was trouble there. I need to get to Shornhelm. A bit of bruising and a few broken ribs won't stop me from getting my report to Shornhelm. I've got to let my superiors in House Tamrith know what happened at Crestshade. Crestshades a small mountain town. Captain Genevieve heard some alarming rumors and sent us to investigate. Turns out, a mad Argonian came out of Doomcrag and unleashed a blood curse on the town. We sent refugees from the town south to meet Captain Genevieve at Camp Tamrith, but the mayor of Crestshade refused to leave. Said she had to save her people. She begged us to warn Shornhelm. If she's still alive, she could use some help. I'll feel better knowing I didn't leave the mayor of Crestshade completely on her own. Remember, head into town and look for the mayor's house. I think Crestshade is doomed. Some of the refugees kept going on and on about a flesh-eating abomination. I'm not easily frightened, but whatever is loose in Crestshade, it made my skin crawl. Me? No, not personally. But I heard stories. It's some sort of freakish creature, cobbled together from living bodies and feasting on the blood of the townsfolk. At least that's the way I heard it described. Be careful in there. I need to get to Shornhelm and give my report.
much yelling, so much screaming. I need to stay strong. Stay strong.
Guard! Why won't you help?
My child, slow down. You eat too fast. You don't want to harm poor Carlin.
We need to feed to get stronger. When Montclair shows up, I want to be ready.
That is not our way, child, and you know it. Stop feasting, now.
Fine, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, Count Verandis. You know I only want to help.
Of course, my child. Now, let's clear away our meal and welcome our friend. Carlin, as always, I thank you for sharing your life's blood with us.
I live to please, my lord. Count Verandis is a kind and caring master. I'm grateful for everything he's done for me. Yes, and I'm honored to share my lifeblood with them, and in exchange they take care of me, provide for my every need. They treat me well. All in all, I'm quite content.
I apologize if the scene before you makes you uncomfortable. I did not expect you to arrive during our mealtime. As for why I kept my true nature hidden, well, let's just say that Emmerich insisted, and one does not refuse the High King lightly. I have been called far worse, but I prefer to think of myself and my companions as gifted. We are not ashamed of our condition. We are not monsters. Now this is the part where you gasp and ask calmly, how can I trust you? The High King is a wise man, which is why I supported him and not the Mad King, Rancer. We all have the ability to make our own decisions. Long ago, I decided to live in peace with the mortal world, not feast upon it. You were able to drive off Ras Al Ghul and take back Shornhelm. Those were no small feats, I assure you. But Emmerich needs our help to restore Rivenspire's tranquility. You need to understand, there is more to Montclair than simple ambition. Walk with me and I will explain. There is much I need to show you and time grows short. Adusa, please make sure Gwendis behaves herself. Poor Carlin needs time to recover.
The little one gets no dessert this evening. Adusa will make sure.
To understand the path that Montclair follows, you must understand how he came to walk upon it. I believe the key to stopping him hides within my own memory. Memories are elusive shadows, hiding truths behind our own perceptions. But what if someone else could examine them? What would they see that we do not? I'd like to try something, if you're willing. This potion will allow you to dreamwalk through my memories. Perhaps your eyes will see what I have missed. I would never bring an outsider into my memories if I didn't believe it was imperative. The memories we will revisit, they are painful for me. It is with a heavy heart that I ask you to embark upon this journey with me. Ask your questions then. I will answer what I can. Nothing that will harm you, rest assured. The mixture contains various herbs, dusk nectar, and a few drops of my blood. But don't worry. It takes more than a little blood to turn someone into a vampire. Then we learn nothing new. Montclair continues his campaign and Rivenspire eventually falls. It is inevitable. Please, as you will see, I have blind spots where Montclair is concerned. I need a fresh perspective to determine our next moves. They know me too well, and they are used to acquiescing to my will. They don't have the perspective, the distance to see beyond what I saw. I need someone who has proven their worth. A relative stranger that I can trust. I must say, it's rather strange seeing you as... me.
Mother, please. You have to take the medicine. Rizal Jewel can help you.
Sweet daughter. I can't go on like this. I don't want to spend my final days as an experiment. Instead, let me spend them with the ones I love.
Even in retrospect, reliving this is difficult. Her pain, her suffering. She had so much courage.
There has to be something more we can do. Ferrandis, can I talk to you for a moment? Layla doesn't have much time. I know it. She knows it. She's trying to be so strong, but... I swore I would never ask this of you. It goes against everything I believe in. But damn it, she's my wife. I don't want to lose her. I know. You swore an oath. No one should ever have to endure the things you've gone through because of what you are. But you're alive. That's more than my wife will be if you don't help her. You can't make that decision for her. Neither can I. But you can give her a chance. I know you care about her. You can't just stand there and watch her die. Thank you. I know she'll make the right decision. She may no longer be the woman I know, but at least she'll be alive. She'll be with me. I can still love her.
My dear friend, Verandis. I'm glad you're here. You've always been so good to our family. I never really thanked you for that. Verandis, after I'm gone, you need to continue to watch over my family. Wylan will need your strong, steadying presence more than ever. No, my friend. Your gift isn't the solution. Not for me. I refuse to accept an existence that forces me to watch as my children, my husband, everyone I know, ages before my eyes.
Something's wrong. I have vague recollections of talking to someone else. But why can't I remember? You need to look around, see what we missed.
This is hopeless. Baron Montclair forces me to mix concoctions that I know won't do any good. If he'd just listened to me, I could show him exactly how to heal his wife and end her suffering. I'm talking about knowledge and ancient magic. I'm talking about the forgotten arts of the aliens themselves. Would you deny Our Lady any chance for a cure, no matter what the source? I happen to possess an alien relic, or at least a shard from one. But the Baron won't listen to me, especially since Our Lady started refusing my help. If I give you this stone, will you present it to the Baron? He listens to you, my friend. I knew I could count on you, Veranda's Ravenwatch.
Without your help, my friend, I would never have recalled that Rizal Jewel led us to the alien relic. What else have I forgotten, I wonder?
3 cheers for Verandis! He gave me the means to save my beautiful wife.
Yes, to our dear friend Verandis. How can we ever repay him?
He is great, isn't he? And so handsome. But I want to cheer about this wine. By the divines, this stuff is delicious!
We were so happy at this moment. We were all together, friends and family, enjoying each other's company for the final time.
Verandis, may I speak to you for a moment? Alone?
I don't recall speaking with Layla. Why can't I remember that?
Don't mind Wylan. He's just angry that the shard's effects faded away. He knows you didn't mean for this to happen to me, Verandis.
Rizal Jewel knew about the alien relic the entire time. He convinced me to give it to Wylan. Why didn't I remember that? And this memory. I recall our celebration, the toasts. But this moment, talking to Layla, I don't remember that happening. As I now recall, Rizal Jewel gave me a shard. A piece of an alien relic. I presented it to Montclair and he in turn used it to heal his wife. In less than a day, Layla was recovering and on her feet again. It was nothing short of miraculous. Not exactly. It helped, but I can't remember why. We were here celebrating Layla's improved condition when... and that's all I can recall. I'm sure the key is hidden in my memories. Please explore this moment and see what you can learn.
Verandis, my friend! You really must allow your charges to get out and have a little fun every now and then. Poor Gwendis here is having a splendid time, but it's like she's never tasted a fine wine before. Why not pull up a chair and join us? Oh, not that again, Verandis. And especially not now. We're having a celebration. Layla is on the mend. She's getting well. I have my wife back. And it's all thanks to that remarkable piece of stone you gave me. What does that matter? If not for you, I would never have attempted to use such magic to heal Layla. Besides, Rizal Jewel will be rewarded for his service. I'll see to that personally. He was always bringing me tinctures and alchemical concoctions. It was one wild plan after another with him. It always is. But because of your quick thinking, we applied the power of the stone. And now, we're celebrating our success! Better? Yes, but she's not fully healed as yet. It's just a matter of time, I'm sure, but she's out of bed. She's even painting again. She hasn't done that in... well, I can't remember how long. Soon, it will be as if nothing had ever happened. My good Verandis, it wouldn't be a day if you weren't concerned about something. It's your nature. Now stop asking such bleak questions, and just be thankful this relic fell into our hands. It's helping. That's all that matters.
Verandis, you mustn't say anything. Please. I'm sure this will pass. I just need the stone. Another treatment, and I'll be fine. Just a little dizziness. A little discomfort. It must be all this activity lately. Verandis, I don't think the stone shard is powerful enough. It helps, but it doesn't last. And now, I feel empty. I can't explain it. No, you leave him be. He's happy now. I can't stand to see him worried, sitting beside my bed, helpless, consumed with grief. Not again. The stone shard. It's obviously a part of something larger. Could that be the cure we're looking for? Talk to the Argonian. See what he's found out. We need to find the larger relic. Or at least another shard of stone. I hate to ask, but I need you to do this one last favor. For Wylan. For me. I knew I could count on you, dear friend. Now, I need to compose myself and return to the party. But I think I'll go to sleep early this evening. I'm sure I just need a little more rest.
Fascinating, isn't it? To think that such a tiny rock could hold so much power. Can you feel it? It's like it's calling to me, like the moon's call to the tides. Imagine what the relic it came from could do. The Baron wasn't listening to me. We needed someone he trusted more, had more faith in. That someone was you, Count Verandis. Now the Baroness is on the mend, and House Montclair has returned to a state of contented bliss. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is only a small piece of a grander relic, isn't it? I've been studying the Iliad manuscripts. There may be more we can do for the poor Baroness. I found the stone among the effects of King Rancer's royal historian, back when I served in Rancer's court. She had quite an intriguing collection, including the Iliad manuscripts that I've been translating. Perhaps you can check my work. The manuscripts are locked away, but I left my notes in your library. A few phrases stood out as I translated. Life, death, crag. I'm sure they mean something. Take a look and see what you think. Perhaps the text can lead us to the greater relic.
The translation. We misinterpreted it. We assumed the crag housed a powerful healing artifact. But we were wrong. The hillside community, though. Why didn't I ever look into that? Not exactly. Not yet. But I will figure this out. In the meantime, there is one more memory I want you to explore. We ascended the Doomcrag, and that's where everything changed. A perilous peak that rises from the mountains to the north. It has always been a haunted, desolate place. Look for anything I may have missed. But more, I want you to see what happened to Montclair. I want you to understand why he must be stopped.
We shouldn't have left the guards behind, Wylan. Who knows what else we're going to run into?
There was no choice, Mother. You're getting worse, and we can't wait for them.
I'll stay here and protect the way out. Keep watch in case the guards catch up with us. The rest of you need to keep moving.
Thank you, Gwendis. At least you retain a sense of honor.
Wylan, you have to stop blaming Verandis. This wasn't his fault.
Alien skeletons? Undead spirits? It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to stand in our way. Layla, wait until we clear the way.
Come on. Mother doesn't have much time left.
These animated bones. Why do they seek to keep us from the relic? Are they the lingering remains of the aliens who once dwelled here, do you think? Well, they won't stop me. No matter what their reasons are, my cause is greater. I have never been more sure of anything in my life, Verandis. I will sacrifice everything, risk anything to save the woman I love. A shame the same can't be said of all of us. You did what Layla wanted? What about what I wanted? You allowed her to talk you out of it when I expressly asked you to turn her. Well, I'm done asking. We're here because of you, and we're going to do exactly as I say. We're going to save my wife. Sorry won't help us here. We have to find the alien relic. That's all that matters now. Just remember, we're out of options. This is our last chance to save Layla, and I won't let you ruin it, vampire!
The power we seek is close. I can feel it.
What a magnificent structure! The relic this monolith houses must be powerful indeed. episode behind us. The relic is beyond this door. We've done it. We've reached the top of the Doom Crag. Now we can finally learn the secret of the ancient alien relic and save my wife. Your fear colors your perception, Verandis. It is merely the pulse of ancient magicka, the heartbeat of a powerful relic. Our intentions are pure. We seek only to save my beloved's life. These creatures have no reason to stop us. Has your courage deserted you, vampire? You discovered the relic's resting place, and I thank you for that. But right now, we have to reach the relic chamber and save my wife. After that, you can do what you want. Now, let's go. By the 8! Can you feel the relic's power, Verandis? Enough of your constant mewling, Verandis. Are you a vampire or a scullery maid? This is exactly what we've been looking for. You told me yourself. The Iliad texts refer to Lata, the light. This is it. This is what will cure Layla. We don't know why the aliens did a lot of things. They were a strange people. But that won't stop us. Stand back and watch for all I care. But we're going to save my wife. I'll risk my life, my very soul to help my dear Layla. Now, let's begin. Have no fear, my darling Layla. Soon the light will wash away your pain.
It's going to work, Baron. The power of this ancient alien remnant. It's almost overwhelming.
You're going to be all right, Mother. Just hold on.
The remnant will make you like new, my love. You'll be reborn.
Something's happening. I feel the power.
Wylan, something feels wrong.
Verandis, we need you. We need your power. Quickly, touch the relic and help us. Aniamis alata, malatua, vasha anya belda sancre.
What's happening to us?
It's working. It's working. Soon the power will be ours to command.
No. What have you done? This isn't me. I never wanted this. Please, Verandis, help me. Make it stop. I can't stand the pain. End this, Verandis. End this before I...
No! Verandis! What did you do to Layla? What did you do? You'll pay for that, vampire! I have the power now. Nothing can stop me from reaching out and snapping...
Montclair, no! Come on, Verandis. We need to get out of here.
Remarkable. What a strange sensation of new recollections and old. I believe that Ra's Jewel somehow removed those moments from my memory, but you were able to restore them. And now you understand what we are facing. Disorientation is understandable. Somehow, when I joined the ritual, I altered the power of the relic. I turned Layla into a monster. I had to kill her. And Montclair and the others, they became vampires imbued with the power of the relic. I have Gwendis to thank for that. She pulled me out of there before Montclair and the others were fully recovered. Now Montclair claims he wants to end death and suffering. That he wants to take the throne of Ransa. And it's all my fault. The Aelia text referred to an outpost in the hills. I need to find out where that is. It may be that the answer to defeating Montclair can be found in this hidden location. But first things first. There is a more urgent matter for you to deal with. Now you know how this sordid situation began. And you know how I, to my great and everlasting shame, helped Baron Montclair reach the likeness remnant. But now to more immediate matters. I know where Ra's Jewel can be found. Not so fast, my enthusiastic friend. My agents have learned that Ra's Jewel struck in the west and is still in the area. Captain Genevieve, Countess Temrit's younger sister, has established a camp for displaced refugees. She must be warned about this. I had hoped you would make such an offer. My instincts tell me that Ra's Jewel allowed the refugees to survive. It's a trap. It has to be. Find the camp and tell the captain what I have learned. Then help her end this threat once and for all.
I'm so lucky. Brandis never lets me go on dream walks with him.
Be gone, accursed thing! Oh, you're not a blood fiend. Please, whoever you are, help us. Help the spirits of Crestshade. They tore our spirits from our living flesh. Ra's Jewel unleashed a blood curse upon the town, turned some townsfolk into ravenous blood fiends. But that wasn't enough for him. He used magic and our living flesh to create an abomination. A part of me still lives within the creature.
You must slay this abomination. As long as it lives, our spirits are trapped in this town. They keep the creature in the chapel crypt. I think they're feeding it, making it stronger. Soon, I fear, they will set it loose upon all of Rivenspire. Find the spirits of Tharlas and John. We can use our connection to the creature to lure it from the chapel crypt so you can kill it. We'll also need personal items to focus our energy through. My badge of office should work nicely. It should be in the tower where I worked. We made our stand in that tower, but we were overrun. I can still hear Riza Jul laughing as they drag me away. That lizard's laugh haunts me. I don't know. Days before, tremors shook the town, and then it was as though half the mountain fell upon us. When the dust cleared, we were set upon by vampires and that damn blood curse. I was able to get some people away, praise Arche. Sadly, no. Those of us stuck in this half-life, tied to the abomination, can sense each other. But the rest of the town was turned into those poor feral beasts. The ones who escaped, or found true death, those are the lucky ones. Perhaps it is simply our ties to this town. Or perhaps in our last hours, we found the strength to resist Riza Jul and his minions. Scholar John's spirit may still be near his home, where he taught our children with patience and humor. Mage Tharlas' spirit may be at the inn. Bless her heart. She held off a horde of vampires to give a few people time to flee.
What's happening? My blood boils, yet I feel no pain. Somebody, help me!
Crestshade was such a quiet town, until that terrible Riza Jul arrived. Please, if you haven't already found them, seek out Tharlas and John. Find our personal items. Then maybe we can end this nightmare. Forgive me. When I realized what they were doing to us, I tried to throw myself from this tower. From such desperation, I found the anger and strength to resist this torment. We must slay the flesh abomination. We can do this, together.
Imagine a worse fate than to be trapped here. Waiting, watching, feeling. That's the worst. I can feel my flesh. It craves destruction. It craves blood. Mare is a good woman. Her spirit is strong. She has a good idea to use our spirits to draw out the creature. Our flesh remains alive while the abomination lives. Through this connection, we can call it to us. What's most important to an old scholar like me? My mind, I suppose. The blood fiends tore my body apart after using some of my flesh to create their abomination. My skull was tossed aside. It's got to be somewhere in the graveyard.
I don't know who I really am anymore. Part of me is still alive in agony. Part of that, abomination. If Rizel Jewel were in front of me right now, I swear my hate alone would tear that lizard to shreds. Of course, she's smart, our mayor. She knows we can focus our energy through personal items. Look for my staff at the small bridge nearby. We mounted a defense there, bought the mayor's husband the time he needed to get the refugees away. Receiving that staff was the greatest moment of my life. I'm a Red Guard. Magic doesn't come easily to my people, but I was drawn to it. I left Alikir and studied for years to earn that staff. I can focus all that I am and all that I was through it.
That's old Death and Halday's skull. As fine a man as ever lived. But he's no scholar. Definitely mine. I can feel it. We will pour every iota of our strength into those items. Take them to the crypts beneath the ruined chapel.
Here to buy time for our people to escape. Fear and anger made me strong. We will finish this. We must! I will send every last drop of anger, hope, and desire I possess through that staff. That will draw out the abomination. I will not fail you. I will not fail Crestshade. Together, my friends. Focus your energy.
It's working. I can feel that thing. It's coming. Get ready. their glory. You did it! I felt every blow as if you were hitting me, but the creature's death has put an end to the pain. Praise the Eight that our tormented flesh has been put to rest. Yes, I do believe we can pass on. Yet I must ask you to perform one more favor, if you would. These items still radiate with power from this odd ritual. Would you bury them for us? Then I am most grateful for this kindness. Take the items to the far end of the graveyard. There you should be able to find a suitable space to bury our effects in hallowed ground. I will meet you there. We did well, stranger. I am thankful that the threat posed by that creature ended here.
I think we're done here. I'm eager to see what waits beyond this mortal life. Farewell. Your kindness will be remembered.
We saved some of the townsfolk and the abomination was destroyed. I am at peace with what we were able to accomplish here. Thank you.
I grieve for those we lost, but I'm happy we were able to foil Rizal Jul's plan. I feel a measure of peace. I did as much as I could to help my town and the people of Rivenspire. Rizal Jul was empowering that abomination, making it stronger. We would not have been able to stop it without your help. I am grateful. We were in pain. Your kindness saved us from a tormented existence. I sent my husband to Camp Tamrith. If you happen to meet him, tell him what happened here. Tell him not to return. Let Crestshade be forgotten. Where are they? Damn the undead. Can I ask your help? My husband and our dog are missing. I can see the red eyes of the undead from here. I'm worried. We're both capable with a blade, but he's no match for the undead. We were at Crestshade. Ignobert and Xandir were trying to get some merchants to safety when a swarm came down the street. We planned to meet up at the tower in the distance, but the undead... there are too many of them. He's there, or he's dead. If you'd be willing to take on the vampires, take my dog whistle. Xandir's been trained to come straight to anyone that blows it. He's a smart dog. Smarter than my husband sometimes. Xandir will find him for you. Find that man of mine, will you? Next time he wanders off with the pup, he's going to have to get Xandir to drag him back. We're more like freelancers. You can go far in the world with a strong sword arm and a little courage. My mother wanted me to be a seamstress, and Ignobert's family were cloth dealers. Turns out, we both hate making clothes. We're quite the match.
If you're looking for the captain, you can find her in the camp. Countess Iselde says our primary duty is to always help the common folk, and that's just what we're doing here.
We don't like trouble here.
You look like you can defend yourself. Welcome to Camp Tamrith. And by the light, we'll be ready for the Mad Lizard. We were tracking him when we ran into these poor displaced people. We threw together this camp to shelter the refugees from Crestshade and the surrounding countryside. Since my sister decided to visit, I must secure the camp. To this end, I need someone to find Jonah Morose. Jonah claimed he could sense Rizal Jewel, made the other refugees nervous. He and his mother fled the camp and disappeared. A good soldier relies on solid information, as well as a brave heart and a worthy weapon. Is there anything else you want to ask me before you head out? She claims that she wants to be here when we finally catch the Mad Argonian, and that she wants to reassure the refugees with her presence. But I think she's really here to check up on me. I'm not sure she actually trusts her little sister. Yes. My full name is Genevieve Tamrith, second daughter of House Tamrith and captain of the Shornhelm Guard. I'm proud of my heritage, but I don't expect my house connections to open any doors. I want to be judged on my merits, not my name. His mother was trying to keep him quiet, but Jonah was agitated, made everyone nervous. RK knows these people could use a bit of peace. It's not safe out there. They'll be safer here, I think. They may be hiding in one of the nearby towers. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps Jonah is just seeking attention. Perhaps he isn't quite sane. Whatever the case, we need to find them and bring them back here so that I can then turn all my efforts to locating Rizal Jewel. I've met a few Argonians in my time. An interesting bunch. Connected to nature. Calm. Strange sense of humor. Rizal Jewel is nothing like that. He's evil to the core. Where Montclair found him is beyond me, but he's served the Baron for years. Spreading chaos. He's using some sort of blood curse to turn innocent people into mindless blood fiends. Makes them feral. All you can do is kill them and put them out of their misery. By the light, it makes me so angry.
away. Leave us alone. I don't want to become a blood fiend. Bad ones are still here. I can hear them thinking. I can. Make them go away. They want to take me to Rizal Jul. Mother is scared.
Blood. Need blood.
Stop talking to me. Bad voice, go away. Mother, please help me. We'll make you better, Mother. I promise. Quiet. The bad one will taste your words on the air. He's coming closer. Blood fiends accompany him. So many blood fiends. They want our blood. I saw Rizal Jul in a dream. It was the night Crestshade was attacked. I could feel his presence. Now I always sense him. He watches, he waits, he's coming for us. Mother's worried sick about all this. No. That would be bad. I scared the others. They didn't like me. Besides, I don't want to draw Rizal Jul to the camp. Tell the captain I'm sorry. I'll stay here. Maybe he'll leave the camp alone if I hide here with Mother. Mother's fine. I'm fine too. We're all fine here. Fine.
Xandir. Oh, thank the Divines for you, pup. And you as well, stranger. Did he come and find you? Oh, he's such a good boy. My Natalie. Worried about me. I'll make sure to tell her about that when I get back. If you help me up, Xandir can lead me back home. Divines watch over you, traveler.
We didn't even have a moment's warning. By RK, the vampires. They struck so fast. When the vampires attacked, Genevieve and Darien charged right into the thick of the battle. I lost sight of them since I stayed to defend the camp, but I could hear Genevieve calling out orders. Perhaps some of the guards saw what happened after that. Here, take these healing poultices. You might as well help me tend to the soldiers while you're talking to them. I'd appreciate it, and so will they. After that, find my sister. She has a tendency to get into trouble when I'm not right beside her.
Give me a few moments to catch my breath, and I'll be back on my feet in no time. Thank you. For a noble, the Countess sure knows how to make a proper poultice. I took a few hits, but I'm luckier than most, I suppose. I just hope none of my friends come back as blood fiends. I really don't want to deal with that. She ordered us to defend the camp and protect the refugees. Then she was off. Like a whirlwind, our captain is. I heard her shout something about spotting Riz al-Jul. Then she was too far away to hear over the sound of battle.
These poor bastards. They're just trying to find someplace safe, but disaster seems to follow after them. Ah, a healer's poultice. Good. I prefer a bandage over a potion. I always found healing potions to taste rather like bog iron ale after it was strained through sweaty horsehair. No, not a hair of her. I didn't even see her during the attack. I was back near the river cutting down blood feeds as fast as I could. Sorry I couldn't be more help. Did Countess Tamrith give you a poultice for me? I could use a little something to dull this pain. Thank you. This will help my wounded arm. The vampires, they attacked without warning. We lost a lot of good people today. I saw her briefly. She was in the thick of things, fighting beside the rest of us. Then she ran off, chasing a dark cloud toward the river. It must have been the Argonian necromancer. The captain hates the dark arts, and she can't wait to stop him.
This? It's merely a flesh wound. Think nothing of it. I'm worried about Captain Genevieve, though. She caught sight of Rizzlejewel and rushed after him. I, of course, followed. His vampires surrounded us, and while I was fighting them off, the good captain was dragged away. They took Genevieve into the cave. Hurry! We need to save her. I can barely stand. I'd just slow you down. I'll send reinforcements your way. If any show up, that is. I can't believe a blasted vampire actually got a decent cut in on me. But I was pretty busy trying to protect Genevieve. The House Tamrith sisters are both brave and good women. Please help Genevieve if you can. The Shornhelm soldiers were diligent enough, but I think that thrice-damned Argonian used magic to mask their approach. They moved in so quickly and quietly that a good third of the camp was down before Genevieve and I could react. Oh yes, indeed. If I could get my hands on that damn lizard, I swear I'd make a pair of boots from his hide. And then I'd put them on and stomp through troll poop. People in the camp were just villagers. Now most are dead. Poor bastards.
Mother is hungry, but it makes me a little sick to watch her eat. Are you looking for the captain? They dragged her into the cave. The bad one is going to do terrible things to her. Rizzlejewel likes to take parts from different bodies and make entirely new creatures. That's probably what he'll do to the captain, or turn her into a blood fiend. The cave is full of vampires. Maybe you should use the secret tunnel. Please, please don't hurt me. I need to take care of Mother. I'll tell you what you want to know. The tunnel is over there. It's small, hard to spot. Secret. I saw Rizzlejewel come in and out of there. I helped. Mother always says I should help others. Just squeeze through there.
my children. Feast on bones and blood.
If you hurt my sister, I'll kill you myself!
Arise, my children. Attack!
Where's my sister? Where is she? Thank the light! Genevieve, my sister! You're alive! Wait, what happened to... No! No! Not you, Genevieve! Not you!
What? Where am I? Sister? What has he done to me? What have I done?
Genevieve! Oh, Genevieve! We'll figure this out. Just stay calm. Please. I need your assistance. Genevieve, my sister. Rizaljul afflicted her with his blood curse. She's becoming a vampire. Vampires are evil. Totally, utterly evil. But by RK, this is my sister. I wish there was another way. But I must be strong. Vampires are unholy, evil. I can't let my sister become one of these monsters. She has to die. It will be a mercy. Please, talk to Genevieve. Try to comfort her while I pray over my decision.
I can see it in your eyes. I'm turning, becoming one of those things. No, I refuse to give in to despair. I want to live. God damn it, I want to live! I heard what my sister said. She thinks I'm evil, unholy. But it's still me. I'm still the shield of House Tamrith. I'm still her little sister. We've seen it before. Not every vampire is a monster. I can control this. I want to live. Thank you, my friend. You are wise and merciful. I will prove to my sister that I am still the woman she knows and loves. I will never succumb to this affliction. I will never betray House Tamrith or Rivenspire.
This decision will come back to haunt us. Mark my words. Let's just get out of this vile cave and let the light guide our path. Pray that your decision to save my sister wasn't a mistake. I shall look to RK for tolerance, but I'm not sure I'll ever accept that this vampire is really Genevieve. Yes, our work here is done. Now, we must turn our attention to the traitorous Baron Montclair. But before we go, know that I am grateful you saved my sister. I just hope that your mercy doesn't turn out to be a terrible mistake.
to move on, hero? Veranda sent word to me. I know where we need to go next. There's an old ruin in the Lorkrata Hills, northeast of Shornhelm. Veranda said his research led him there and he needs your help. Why he needs you when he has me, I'll never understand. But he is the master, as he constantly reminds me. They won't be needed at the Lorkrata ruins. That's for you and Verandas to deal with. I'll bring her ladyship up to speed about what's going on in North Point. You can meet us there after you and Verandas are finished with the ruins.